If we want to, we can edit images in OU Campus. Although it's not recommended, I still recommend using something like Photoshop or Pixlr. But if you need to, you can edit images in OU Campus, and we'll show you how. First, we need to upload an image that needs to be edited. Let's go to our training folder, and if we hover in Contents and go to Pages and locate Training, and we can use the search filter to open images. And now let's add an image that needs to be edited. So I've got one here. And you can see it's a pretty big file. You can also see that the dimensions are huge, way bigger than we need for the website. But I'll go ahead and add that. Now that we've uploaded the image, we'll click on it to open that image file. And make sure you're in the edit mode. And if you're in the edit mode, what you'll see there on the right is your image in its full size. And over on the left, you'll see some tools. And the way we recommend using the image editor in OU Campus is to start from the bottom and work your way to the top. So we'll start with zoom, and if we click on that, and we'll just zoom to fit. We'll fit that image in our window so we can see what we're working with, and then we'll close it. If you need to, you can rotate the image. It only rotates 90 degrees. And here we have crop. And if we open up crop, you'll see we have some aspect ratios we can choose from. If we're editing our image for a snippet, most of our snippets are 800 by 600 pixels. And so we can click on 4:3, and that'll be the right dimensions for our image. Once we click on that, you can see we have a crop area there that's sort of grayed out. We can click and drag that box if we need to move that crop area around. I'll demonstrate one of the biggest issues that I have, at least, using the image editor in OU. And that's if I click on that corner of that crop box to drag it around, maybe I want a little bit smaller box. Once I click on that, that box shrinks quite a bit. And now I can't drag it large enough to fit my image subject. So it's a little weird to work with, and I'm going to go ahead and undo that action, and we'll start back over because it kind of messes things up. If you do use this, I really recommend not using that click and drag crop option. But we'll just go ahead and crop it to that 4:3 aspect ratio and not change anything else, and then we'll click Apply Crop. And you can see we cropped off those edges there. Now if I click on Resize, something else that's a little weird, you may notice that we cropped that image to 4:3, so our dimensions should be something like 4,000 by 3,000. If you see that and that worries you a little bit, don't worry. Once you start to resize that image, those dimensions will correct themselves. So we're going to change our image to 800 by 600, and you can see because we have preserve ratio, the height automatically fills in for us, and now it's correct. And we'll click Resize. And you may see that that image looks really small now. Remember, we're zoomed out quite a bit, so we can click on Original or Zoom to Fit again, and we'll see that that image looks just fine. When we're done, we may be wondering how to save this. If we click on Publish, it asks us if we want to save. There are unsaved changes. So we'll cancel. And something else that's a little weird here, you'll see that notification down at the bottom. If we click on that X to close out that navigation, we'll see that it's hiding our Save and Save As down at the bottom. If you're looking to save your image and you can't find the Save button, make sure to close out that successful notification, and you should be able to find it. Another thing to be aware of, you can see that we can cancel our edit, we can save as, or we can save. My recommendation is if you add a large image to your folder, you might want to give other people the option of using that image. So instead of saving the image, which would overwrite our file and save our new edits, you might want to save as. And if we click on Save As, now we can rename our new image and leave the old large image in the folder for someone else to use. When renaming our image, we want to keep the original file name in there, so that image was named motion_capture, and all we'll do is we'll add the new dimensions at the end there. So we'll add _800 by 600, and that way if someone's scrolling through and they need to use an image, they can quickly scan and see that the motion capture image is large and motion capture 800 by 600 is the edited version of that image. Once we've saved as, something you may not think of, we've created a new image file. So even though we've published the previous large image or the large version, we've created a new image file that has not been published. And so if we want to use that image in our pages, click Publish, and now we'll be ready to use that on our pages.